Welcome, viewers. June 22nd, 1987, United Kingdom. That night, 25-year-old Wendy Nell went out with her boyfriend. Even though they were in love, they didn't start to live together. Now it was midnight. It's getting late, and since they have work to do in the morning, both of them went to Wendy's bedsits. Bedsits is like a bachelor room, a small room which has bedroom, living room, and kitchen. Wendy stayed there and worked, and there were a lot of bedsits nearby. As soon as they returned to Wendy's bedsits, both of them kissed and went to sleep. The next day morning, Wendy's boyfriend received a call from Wendy's workplace. In that, they said Wendy didn't come to work today and they couldn't contact her. Now, Wendy's boyfriend immediately went to look at her bedsits. There, a big shock was waiting for him. Someone came to Wendy's bedsit and killed her brutally. Without the clothes, she was fully covered with blood. I'm warning you, in the beginning itself, it is not a normal case. The things which I'm about to say may be disturbing. At the end, you will be shocked to know what did the police found. It will be like even this kind of human still exist, and there will be many horrible things which you can't even imagine. So I'll give you a warning before entering the video. So what happened behind this, and what did the police found? That's what we are going to decode in today's video. Come, let's move on to today's video. Wendy's boyfriend called the police as soon as he saw her in that situation. Police also arrived there in a short time. Wendy was beaten horribly and was strangled to death, and the killer raped Wendy. The forensic team started collecting all the evidence in the crime scene. Then they noticed that there was no forced entry in the room. So the killer should have come inside through the window, because there was no lock in that window. So someone must have done this to Wendy after following her for days, knowing that Wendy went out with her boyfriend and went inside through the window and hide, and must have waited for her to return. Now the investigators started their investigation. They started investigating about her personal life. They checked whether she had an ex-boyfriend or a secret relationship. They thought that someone who was angry on Wendy must have done it, but no one was like that. It came to know that Wendy was loved by everyone. Normally in this type of cases, close ones will only do like this, but here there is no one like that. Then they saw a bloody footprint in Wendy's dress. Not only that, the killer took Wendy's key and her diary. He took it as an award for killing her. Most of the psycho killers are like this. They will take victims' items as an award or memory. Now, police got another one information. What was that means? One day before Wendy died, in a house near Wendy's bedsits, a woman was sitting in her house, relaxing. Then the doorbell rang at 8 at night. She also went and looked who it is, and an unknown person was standing there. What he said to that woman means it was not good to keep the windows open at night, and especially your bedroom window, he said, and immediately left. You are seeing the sketch which was drawn from the description. Wendy's murder created a fear among the area. Everyone thought that he might come to kill again. And as they feared, he also came again. After 5 months since Wendy died, on November 24th, Caroline went out with her friends and returned to her bedsits in a taxi. She walked towards the bedsits after she got down from the taxi, and the taxi also left. But like Wendy, Caroline also didn't go to work the next day. So immediately her family and friends started searching for her, but they started to fear because they remembered Wendy's case, and all of them started saying that, like Wendy, something had happened to Caroline. Then the neighbors said a thing to the investigators. What was that means? Previous night, we heard a girl screaming. We opened the window and looked out, but no one was there. But by looking at this, maybe Caroline might be kidnapped. That's why the noise came, they said. When the police started investigating Caroline's case, they noticed a lot of similar things were same in Wendy and Caroline's case. Both of them were living alone in their bedsits. Likewise, they worked in different shops in the same area, and both of them lived a few meters apart. So it came to know that it was done by a serial killer. Immediately, they started investigating Caroline's close ones. But Caroline had no boyfriend at that time and was not in any romantic relationship. When they investigated Caroline's friends, they said that Caroline was a good girl and everyone loves her. Now the police started investigating the taxi driver who saw her last. But in the investigation, it came to know that it has nothing to do with him. So they cleared the taxi driver from it. And they as low asked him whether he saw anything different or unknown people roaming around. But the taxi driver said that he didn't see anything. Now, after 3 weeks since Caroline went missing, that is on December 15, Caroline's body was found by a farmer in a ditch near the road in a remote area. By looking at her dead body, it was known that it was there for many days, and she was found in the same dress which she wore on the day of missing. Caroline also was beaten horribly, raped and strangled to death, and also some belongings of Caroline was missing. Here also the killer to her belongings like a trophy. These cases were called as bedsits murders by the people. Police couldn't solve this case even though they tried hard. The days began to pass in weeks, months, and years. And this case turned into a cold case. Then in 1999, DNA matching technology was booming. And since they kept the crime scene evidence safely, they uploaded that DNA profile in the national database. It showed thousands of matches, and 90 people were filtered from that. And finally, they filtered one person among 90. It took lots of years for that. The brutal killer who killed these girls and escaped from the police. Finally, 33 years later, on December 3rd, 2020, he was arrested. His name is David Fuller. He was a father of 2, and when he was arrested, his age is 66. He worked as an electrician in a hospital. After he was arrested, they searched his house, and everything in his house was examined, and one of his old photos was found. And in that, there was photos of 1980s. When they looked at the photo, police noticed something. Like I already said, there was bloody foot mark in Wendy's dress, and he was wearing a matching shoe footprint. Not only that, David was a member of cycling club in 1980s. Caroline's body was found in his regular cycling route, and David knew these 2 girls because both them worked in a local store, and David was a customer of that store's. After they arrested David, 4 5-tau storage hard disks were found in his house. It was hid behind a cupboard. Seeing the photos and videos, the police were very shocked. I'm giving you a warning. The things which I'm about to say will be disturbing. In that hard drive, a lot of photos and videos were there. Here, the police came to know how psychotic he was. David was working as an electrician in a hospital, right? By using that, he was doing his necrophilic acts for many years. That is, he had sex with the bodies in the mortuary. From 1989 till he was arrested in 2020, he worked in that hospital only. Lakhs of photos and videos were found in his hard drive of all these years. In that hard drive, from 2008 to 2020, he made a separate folder and saved it with each victim names. David always preferred night shifts. After all the staffs went out, he went to mortuary without knowing to anyone. And if a girl was brought to the mortuary that day, he will start doing his fantasies with that dead body, and he will also record photos and videos of it. And after that, he will try to know the name of the victim and search their profile on social media. He will know everything about the victim. Not only that, he will enjoy seeing the victim's family crying. When this news came out, one of the victim's mother tried to kill David, and they arrested her. When she came to know what he did to her daughter's dead body, she couldn't take it and she tried to kill him. Her daughter's name is 𝐜𝐨𝐬𝐞𝐝. Accidentally, she fell down from a bridge and died, and her body was brought to that hospital's mortuary, and David had done his fantasies more than 3 times with that body. This is the story of one of his victims from the age of 9 to 100. At least he might done this to more than hundreds of bodies. This case is a very disturbing one, because everyone will be very sad if one of the family members or friends died. But even to a dead body he had done like this means he is not even a human being. According to the law, he was given only 2 years for what he had done to that bodies. It was very shocking to me. Police released David's interview footage. What he said in that means, I will accept my mistakes. I'll confess it, but I won't say it detailedly. There is another one frightening thing in this. Everyone said that he was a normal person. I was really afraid to hear that. Why? Because think about it. When a person looks normal in public, and a person who was very normal among the 𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐼 has done this kind of things, and when I think about how many of them are like this our society, it was very haunting. On November 4th, 2021, David was given life sentence for Wendy and Caroline's case, but he was given only 2 years for what he did in the mortuary. So viewers, what do you think about these peoples living in our society like a common people? Don't forget to comment about what you think about this video. I'll meet you in another video. Thank you.